This week with the Basement Bros. Just how long do we think Bitcoin will last? What does the future hold for some of our favorite cryptocurrencies? We make predictions on what we think Ethereum's price will be next week. And finally, we take a look at Ethereum 2.0 and its top 2 features. So let's get started before this bubble pops.
What's up, YouTube? It's the Basement Bros. We're back again with another episode. As always, I'm your host, Umar, and I've got with me this week, Hassan.
Wakanda forever!
Better. That was
good.
And Maher.
AOP, did you hear? They want me to come off the bench.
Is that a basketball reference?
Yes.
Of course it is.
Who's P?
Paul George.
Oh, Carmelo Anthony.
There you
Carmelo
go.
Anthony. Okay, now I remember.
There you
And
go.
we got, as always, Shoaib
Hey,
with his boring intro.
no
Still
one's
needs an
suggesting
intro.
anything. It's not
By the way,
my fault.
nobody commented, so that means this week Shoaib will be doing the BitConnect
I'm
intro.
not.
So let's hear it,
I'm
man.
Let's hear it.
Well,
Let's
I
hear
wonder
it.
if
We'll even help him out. We'll help him out with the start. Hey, wait, how's the start? Hey. No, isn't it? What's up?
That's after.
That's after.
Oh, okay.
Hey. What's up?
BitConnect!
Oh, that was
that was
so
weak.
much effort. Alright, so let's take a look at the market this week.
It's a bloodbath!
Bloodbath.
Everything's
Alright.
been going down.
Sell. Buy.
Just
Hold.
Just as we're recording this episode, Bitcoin fell to 6,200. Ethereum just tanked below $200 and is recovering a little. So we're slightly above 200, but it's not looking too good. Other than that, all the coins are struggling. Like mostly Ethereum, but everything else is down a lot too.
I'm surprised Ethereum is struggling.
I'm surprised to see it's gonna go below 200, but
Yeah.
with Ethereum 2.0 coming out, which we'll talk about soon, it's only a matter of time.
I thought that was a meme.
No, it's real.
Oh,
Ethereum
really?
2.0. We're gonna talk about it in this
Okay.
episode.
Okay.
Alright, so let's get started with our first meme. So it's actually a video, and we're gonna.
You can do the Warren Buffett part. I'll
Okay.
do the other guy.
Alright, I'll be Warren Buffett. Alright.
Last week, you told us about your crypto. How is it going so far?
Well, it's fine, thanks. I registered on Binance this week. So many coins on there. I call it the Buffett shit coin Buffett.
Which coins did you buy? That's my line.
Not bad. I bought into some really promising ones. Ripple, Tron, Cardano. Some of them even have.
Impressive. It must have been a
Wait,
lot of
what?
work
How-
reading all those white papers.
Read from there.
Okay. Haha, yeah, sure.
What is your current portfolio value?
A solid $320, up 280 from 280 yesterday.
Didn't you start out with 88.2 billion? His face just makes that whole meme.
Don't further comment.
Dear viewers, let this be a lesson to you. Don't day trade. Or you will end up like this guy.
Correct. Great team, guys. Great team.
Oh, man.
Alright, so that was the first meme. It's basically because Warren Buffett basically says do not invest in
If you don't know what you're doing, then day trading is not good.
Not just that, I think Warren Buffett is so opposed against Bitcoin.
I think he single-handedly caused all this crap.
Wait, hold on.
He spread all this.
He's invested in this company called it's a electronic transportation company. He owns 20% of it.
And it's related to blockchain.
They just partnered up with VeChain.
Nice.
Oh wow.
So
Is Warren
like-
Buffett pulling out?
No, he
Someone should ask him.
he
for
just doesn't
comment on
understand
this.
it. But
Be like, do you know that a company you invested 20% in is a big partner with cryptocurrency?
yeah, it's sweet.
Don't day trade. No further comments. That's a lie.
Yeah.
I
what's
think
next?
the key to crypto is when people are using
What's next?
an app without even realizing they're using crypto.
You
You
have
gotta
to,
close it,
exit it, yeah. Let's take a trip to Venezuela and use all of our Zet cash, if you guys have any.
Alright, so
Yeah.
next up is a meme that says, you never really lose money until you actually sell.
That's literally me.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just been
yeah,
buying
It's
everything.
true, man.
I don't. You average down people.
Hassan's friend that's out there, I'm just gonna warn you, your portfolio is down really bad. He told us before the video, the funds he invested in for you are wrecked, so.
I didn't sell, so
He didn't sell,
technically
yeah,
it's
so-
not. realized.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if he asks to withdraw, then you're
He
kinda
knows.
screwed. Oh, he knows? Okay, then that's fine.
He knows. He knew the risk. I
Yeah.
told him that give me money you're willing to put in a fire, so
Oh,
he's
God.
not expecting anything back.
Okay.
So he literally just gave you money to put in a fire?
Could have just done
what he
whatever
told
with
you?
it.
Oh my god.
You could have actually put it in a fire.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
I could have.
That's
Or I could have.
At
put
least
it
the
in.
heat from the fire would have kept you warm during the cold winter.
That's true.
What's next?
But it doesn't give me memes.
Alright, so
Oh
this
my God.
actually, you know how every time Bitcoin is dying, these articles come out? This is actually an article from 2014 when Bitcoin fell from $300 to like $100 or something.
Oh.
And they released this article in 2014 saying Bitcoin is dead, Bitcoin is dead.
So what's different about now than it was compared to 4 years ago?
More manipulation, more people, institutions
More
involved.
regulation, government's more
More
involved,
regulations.
government knows more.
So it took from 2014 to let's say late 2017, around 3 years for it to start going on its bull
Get
run.
Yeah,
recognized.
because
Yeah.
in 2014 Bitcoin hit $1,000 and then it fell
Oh,
all the
damn.
way back down to like 100, I think.
Yeah.
200. And then it took 3 years till 2017 before it hit
So-
1,000 again.
Given how many people, like the amount
Or
of people that
2016.
know about Bitcoin
Yeah.
and cryptocurrency in general now, how long do you think it would take for Bitcoin
I feel
to
like-
get back into a recovery?
I feel like if
process?
you look at the previous like graphs of Bitcoin, every time it hits a bear market, the next bear market is longer, subsequently longer.
Yeah, that would make
So
sense.
if
But that would mean the next bull run should be just as long, right?
yeah,
Or
but bull
just-
runs are very short. They peak,
Yeah, you
people
gotta be
cash
quick with it.
out, people cash out, gets wrecked, right? But if you look at it in the long term, this is all a bull run.
Yeah,
If you bought in 2011, the long term process of Bitcoin is at 6K now, right? 7K.
with
From a sentimental
analyzing trends, and I had this discussion with some friends earlier too. If you believe something's gonna go up, you can make any sort of line to make it look like it's gonna go up, and vice versa. If you think something's gonna go down, you can draw one
justify-
line,
Yeah.
so you can justify whatever you want it to justify.
That's how TA works, right?
That's how
they,
TA works.
they analyze after the trends happen.
Yeah,
They're like, yeah, we could apply this line to it.
value
That's-
investing, guys. Value
Yeah.
investing. Don't look at trends.
Alright.
What's next?
So next up, we actually have a tweet from the CEO of Binance,
I like
and
this.
he's like, "I will personally shill projects that integrate Binance token into their ecosystem repeatedly."
Okay, but hold on. Does that mean integrating the
Wait, is
Binance
this
token
real?
into the ecosystem?
Yeah, this is real. It's by the official.
Does it mean
Binance.
integrating the BNB token into the ecosystem repeatedly, or will he shill repeatedly?
I think he'll
He'll
shill
shill
repeatedly.
Okay. He wasn't really clear on that. It's a
So
little ambiguous.
Just integrate Binance token, but he didn't really make it clear. I could just put Binance into anything and be like, yeah, it's a payment process.
Yeah.
Right? Like Ethereum. People use Ethereum in a lot of things.
Yeah.
If I say that, yeah, I'm accepting Binance for my token sale, can you shill my token sale? Will you do that? That's
Yeah.
integrating Binance into my
Who knows?
project.
Let's create a new
It's
contract
not,
and
it's
try
not
it
part of
out.
the ecosystem, it's just a way for you to get.
It is part of our
Yeah.
ecosystem. It's our funding.
No,
Our funding is all
ecosystem in
in
terms of
Binance.
your business use case, guys.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like this has been taken out of context.
No, it's-
Someone else
he actually
tweeted first.
retweeted
He,
it.
he replied to the
No,
person.
somebody else asked something about
He said that's the top notch
MTXS, which
show
is I
right
think
there.
Pundi X.
Yeah, Pundi.
And then he replied to this person.
Pundi Nai.
They asked him to tweet, and then they're like, if you he
Have
basically
to beat
integrate Binance.
But he's not like saying he'll shill. He's saying he'll support people that support his coin.
But
He just said it in
he
a way
literally
that
said
other
it's
person,
personally shill.
because the other person said that is top notch shill right there.
Yeah. In
So
response
he's
to that.
responding to
Well, he
that.
shilled some other project that was.
He must have said something that supported his
Ah,
coin, and then
yeah.
this guy replied to him saying, "You're shilling that coin."
Yeah, but he's the CEO of
He's
the
not
coin.
really shilling. He's just supporting people
Yeah.
that. Are
Everybody
supporting
supports
his
their own
coin.
project,
Yeah,
right?
of course.
If I'm the CEO of a company and somebody's saying good stuff about my company, I'm gonna keep saying good stuff about.
So I
it.
feel
Yeah.
like this is taken out of
It's like a
context.
positive feedback.
Yeah.
Alright, so next up is actually a chart that shows the price of Ethereum. It's at $199 US.
Oh.
This happened like minutes before we started the stream, so what do you guys think about that? Is Ethereum gonna keep going down more or is it gonna increase?
Let it,
Is
because
it
it'll
gonna
go
survive?
down and it'll become an attractive price for people to buy in.
So
And then when Ethereum 2.0 coming out,
so since our Nano BitConnect whole like thing is over, Shoaib lost last time. I think that for next week we need to make a prediction on
an
Ethereum.
Ethereum prediction, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So starting off with Maher, what do you think the price will be next
I'll
week?
do it last this
Okay,
time.
last
I did it
time.
first
Last
last time.
210.
$210 next week. Alright, I'll be the crazy one. I'll say $400 next week.
Oh,
I think Ethereum will be $400.
What? What's gonna trigger
Yeah,
that?
that's just stupid.
I'm just being.
You're asking to. Well, no one comments on our thing anyway. So.
Hey,
No,
remember,
no,
guys,
no.
last time I was right. I might be right again.
Oh damn!
Right?
He's gonna take that. Okay.
Alright,
I predict. You said what? 210.
I said 400.
Yeah, I know that. I don't think it's gonna keep going down. I think it'll be at 235.
235?
I think it's gonna come back to like how it was last week and get back to 290.
290? Oh, nice.
So 210, 400, 235, 290.
Alright.
We'll lock
So
that
nobody below 200. Wow, I'm surprised.
in. No, man. Ethereum's a great
You
project.
guys really think it
I
will
think,
fall below
I think
200?
people are just gonna start buying it as soon as they see that it's below 200. I don't think.
The buy wall must be great on 200.
Yeah.
It has to be.
How do you know that?
I don't. I
It's
just
not gonna
know.
last, man. Either I think we're gonna go back up really high, really fast, or it's gonna fall below 200.
I don't think it'll fall below 200.
You don't
It's
think
very
so?
unlikely.
Yeah, we'll find out next week on the next episode of the Basement Bros. Alright, and then next up we have a meme, and it says, "No matter the current market, we are moving forward." And it shows a guy trying to balance his wallet with a bunch of notes inside it, which says "Me before crypto." And then after it shows him holding a smartphone that has all his
What app is
funds.
that? Or is that just a
Me
concept?
after crypto. Not sure what app it is.
It's a
It's a
concept.
Banker wallet. It shows Banker in the top left.
Oh,
corner.
That's cool.
Bankera.
Banker,
Oh.
BANCOR.
Oh.
You know the exchange.
Oh, yeah, I
Banker?
heard of that.
It's probably Banker Exchange that has all. It's showing us his funds on.
That's
there.
good, man.
And yeah.
I like that, especially like when I'm using things like Android.
No,
Pay.
but it's showing that it is changing something, right?
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency is changing.
Projects
something.
they
But-
don't really care about market that much because they already got their funding. They
Yeah,
care about the real ones. They care about what they have to do.
But
They
in
gotta
terms of
keep
just like
moving.
avoiding, carrying a bunch of notes in your wallet, I have Android Pay now, and it's so convenient. Like when I have a couple of my cards on there, and I can just easily cycle between them and choose what I want to pay with, tap, and I'm done. If you can bring that kind of easy use case, like if you can bring easy use cases for cryptocurrency payments to mobile solutions, it would really help with getting people to get on board and start using this as an actual payment
But
mechanism.
that's the question, right? Why would people use crypto over credit cards?
Well, that's on.
If credit cards are doing the exact same thing, like this meme is completely wrong because nobody really does the wallet thing anymore. I always use my cards for everything, and I use my phone to pay for.
I don't think
Just
anyone.
tap, right?
I don't think I've
Yeah,
ever
tap
bought
my
anything
phone.
using cryptocurrency.
I think
Ever.
crypto is more for something aside from payments. That's why I'm
I
not a
think it's
huge
more for
Bitcoin fan.
assets. Like if there's the idea of
Yeah.
tokenizing assets. Imagine having a portfolio that shows that you own a portion of a house. Like let's say 100 people bought a house together as an investment.
Oh yeah.
Then you could divide the house into 100 tokens and
Same with the
tokenize that
share,
asset,
right?
Yeah.
Same with shares.
That would
Even
really
shares.
like redefine the way
Like if
mortgages
you want to
and
split
everything
in,
work.
if you want to buy like Google stock is like $2,000 per stock now, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, can you buy portions of the stock?
No, you
No.
can't.
Oh,
Just
that's
buy
cool.
one.
Yeah, so you can tokenize the Google stock.
That's what Polymath is doing in Toronto.
Oh, no.
Oh cool.
Yeah.
Alright, so next up is Ethereum 2.0. So this was a release this week, a news article, and I think Shoaib will fill us
Yeah, there's a little blurb on this I'm going to read out. So building Ethereum 2.0 is a massive open source effort that involves a community of researchers and developers who propose and discuss ideas and reach decisions through consensus. According to the announcement, all development teams are working on building a beacon chain client central to the Ethereum 2.0 vision. A beacon chain is a side chain that has links to the main chain. I use the word chain way too much.
So it's side chains, basically.
Yeah, which will
Okay.
like really increase the efficiency of the whole platform, but
Right.
and its implementation is critical to Ethereum's ability to scale. Rocket Pool is a next generation proof of stake pool. It's designed to be compatible with Casper, Ethereum's new consensus protocol, and will allow regular users and third-party businesses to earn interest on a deposit of Ether over a fixed term.
Okay, so there's two main things. Ethereum 2.0 with two main features. The first feature is basically it's going to have sidechain. So I think that's
That's
to
a big
deal
one.
with the scaling issue,
Yeah.
right? Like a lot of things like Nano, the way it achieves its high throughput is by having multiple chains. So every person that owns a Nano wallet, they have their own chain, right? That's how it keeps it scalable to that degree.
It uses the Tango too, no?
That's how it works. Isn't Tangle having multiple chains on every wallet?
It's
Like each IoT
it's not
device has
vertical,
its
it's
own chain.
horizontal
do you mean?
architecture. Like it doesn't you don't need to prove that the whole thing the whole blockchain.
You only need
needs
to
get
prove a
confirmed.
subset, right?
Only a part
Yeah,
of.
but that's
what's
still
being
having
bought.
many blockchains on each
Yeah.
subset device. So in case of Nano, it's everybody that has a wallet has their own chain, and in the case of IOTA, I guess each IoT device has its own chain that keeps track of its thing. But that chain, the transactions on it is validated by some other person around the world.
It's a
right?
peer.
Something like
It's
that.
a peer. Yeah.
So I think Ethereum 2.0 will do something like that, where they'll have a side chain and then use proof of stake to validate, those chain other people around the world.
The thing I don't like about blockchain is from a scalability point of view, they always suffer. They always
But
need
this
to
is a
find way.
scalability solution.
Yeah,
Unless
It's not a real solution though. This is just a fix until they realize, oh god, the volume is.
It's like saying
It's
it's like
Hustle
saying
low key shilling IOTA again.
it's like saying that if there's multiple servers, one server can handle only so much load, then you switch to another server. So if
Yeah.
one blockchain can only handle so many transactions, have another server.
Yeah,
Have
like
another
it's
blockchain
like
doing more
it's
transactions.
even more distributed.
It's parallel. It's parallel, right? That's parallel processing, like for computers. So there's like parallel blockchains.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's how you make it
Let's see,
scalable.
man. Let's see.
All right.
And then the other thing they talked about was the proof of stake pool, which was called
Interest.
What was the pool
Yeah.
called?
Rocket pool.
Rocket
Rocket
pool.
pool.
Yeah. So that'll basically be the pool that people can connect
Proof
to
of
and
stake. Or is it proof of work?
proof of stake.
Proof
So
of
you'll stake your Ethereum, and then on each Ethereum
you get
make a
interest.
certain
It's
amount.
like Neo, right?
But I think the minimum Ethereum you need to get a master node or whatever. I don't know if it's called master node for Ethereum or to get like a proper stake that'll actually earn you revenue. I think it's like 30 something Ethereum.
That depends on how much Ethereum you're putting in, right?
Yeah, something like I'm
I
not too
don't
sure
know.
about how
I
they're
don't
doing
know.
it, but there was
Yeah.
something like that. Alright, so moving on is another meme and it says believe in something, even if it means losing everything. Just do it. I think this is an investment meme telling you to invest in
No,
I
this
love
was-
this meme format.
this
This
was-
whole week has been so great.
This was the
Relate to
ad by
basketball,
Nike.
right?
The
No,
Nike
it's
It's a Nike ad.
It's a football
It's a very
player.
famous
Yeah.
thing.
Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah,
Kaepernick.
What happened?
He's the guy that kneeled on the anthem,
yeah.
and Donald Trump called him out, and he said
Oh.
you shouldn't be kneeling during the national anthem. He said he was doing it for black people getting harassed and attacked by police officers. It was police brutality.
So instead of
against black
standing, he
people.
got on
Yeah,
his knees.
Yeah.
started a whole
Yeah.
movement for that.
Yeah, and I think he's not even on a team now.
Yeah, no one wants to sign
No
him
one
back
wants to
on.
sign him because there's all this stigma
Yeah.
towards
Oh my
him.
God.
Yeah.
And then
And
Nike
so-
actually did this with
So
him.
Nike
Yeah.
did this with him. He said, "Believe in something, even if it means losing everything."
Which is
And the
funny
background-
because like the
No.
whole purpose
No,
of that
I
ad.
still
He
feel
lost
that.
everything, but he still believes in it.
Yeah, the whole
Oh, wow.
and like Nike choosing to go with that ad puts them at risk because
Yeah.
then they lost like
They've
a
lost a
whole-
lot of people. Like people burning their Nike shoes and stuff, saying we don't support this and stuff like that.
which is funny because people had already.
It's not
made
like
that
he
purchase.
sat down, he was just kneeling on his knees.
Well, it's still it's disrespectful,
symbolism,
right?
They say it's disrespectful. Like you should be standing for the national anthem.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, well, it depends on how a person sees it, right?
Yeah.
I'm seeing from the guy's point of view, the player,
Yeah.
right? He believed in it. He just wanted to show the world
Yeah.
something, and it did.
Yeah.
It got so much attention.
Exactly.
Well, anyways,
But what is being done?
yeah. So Bitcoin needs to do the same thing.
Yeah.
It needs to kneel, hit that 3K mark, so that everybody sees it, and then it'll go up from there,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Kneel to the
That's-
$3,000.
If we're basing our like, if we're basing our
Analogies.
estimates on memes at this
Yeah.
point, we know we're in trouble.
No, that's how the whole market is right now. It's
The
all
whole market's a
speculation.
meme. The market's been a meme, man.
Yeah, it's all speculation. No one has a real project out. Like, what do you want
That's
us to do? Like,
Other than exchanges, but
Value.
exchanges are trading products that
Yeah.
have no real use, like real world use right now.
Yeah.
So exchanges are a product, but they're not trading something that's actually worth trading.
Yeah.
Or is it worth trading? I don't know. That's what
We'll
we're here
see.
to discuss. And then I think this is our final article of the day. It basically says Coinbase's CEO, Brian Armstrong, he said that 1 billion people will be in the crypto ecosystem in 5 years. So he believes in the long term, right? He's saying that, those people that are getting in now, we're still very early. It's still the adoption phase, the accumulation phase, the smart money phase, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And the people getting in now will benefit the most in 5 years. It's like holding property for 10, 20 years, right? People that held property for 10,
And,
20 years.
The most random rural areas
Yeah.
where there was nothing.
Yeah, now there's like so many things developed there, and
Yeah.
suddenly they're worth so much, right?
There are a couple areas near us actually where a lot of like farmland owners are now
Don't
cashing
tell
out.
people where we live. But
I never stated it.
you said near us.
Near us, where do we live?
I'm just warning.
Find out on the next episode.
You can probably Google it. Anyways, so yeah, it makes sense. It takes development, right? Once things start developing that use cryptocurrencies,
Yeah,
that's when the massive adaptation will happen, right?
yeah.
All right, so that's it for this week's episode.
Nice.
We did a shorter timed episode to make sure that we get it in like 10 to 15 minutes. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Did you like this episode, or do you want us to discuss articles in more detail?
Also, suggest something for Omar to do next week because he's gonna be wrong with his
Oh,
prediction.
Guys, you know I wasn't wrong the first time. I'm gonna be right this time too.
We'll see.
Watch.
Please comment. This time comment.
If Ethereum is like near $400 next week, don't worry. I'll make a prediction for Bitcoin next.
Oh my god. There's a
I got
direct
you.
correlation.
I got you guys.
Wow.
All right. So on
So
that
that-
note, remember,
Hold on for dear life.
Hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up?